Today we're breaking down 18 leaks about the iPhone 18. And I'm going to be straight with you. This might be the first iPhone in years where skipping the upgrade is actually the wrong move. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest structural change Apple has ever made to its iPhone launch strategy. And it affects when you can actually buy this thing. The iPhone 18 Pro models are confirmed for September 2026, while the standard iPhone 18 won't arrive until spring 2027, likely alongside an iPhone 18e. Apple is creating 2 launch events per year, doubling the hype cycle. If you want the Pro, September is your window. If you're waiting for the base model, you're waiting until next year. Keep that in mind as we go through this list, because the Pro upgrades this year are serious. Before we get into the hardware, here's the one leak that should immediately get your attention as a buyer. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo suggests Apple will absorb the increased cost of 2nm chip manufacturing rather than pass it on to buyers, keeping pricing broadly stable globally. After the $100 Pro price increase in 2025, Apple is holding the line in 2026, the most capable iPhone ever. Same price as last year. That matters. A lot. Stay with me, because what you're getting for that price is about to make a lot of sense. Under the hood, the iPhone 18 Pro is getting Apple's most powerful chip ever, the A20 Pro. Built on TSMC's 2nm manufacturing process, the A20 Pro is projected to deliver up to 15% faster performance and 30% better power efficiency compared to the current generation. Apple is also adopting WMCM packaging, wafer-level multi-chip module architecture, which enhances heat management and high-load battery performance. But here's the thing. This chip isn't just about speed. It's the engine that makes the next leak possible. And the next leak? It's the reason I made this video. Now let's talk about the one upgrade that makes the iPhone 18 Pro a genuine threat to professional gear. Variable aperture. Apple isn't just giving you a better lens. They are finally bringing a physical DSLR mechanism into your pocket. While Samsung fans might remember the S9 tried this years ago, that was a toy compared to what's coming. The truth here is that Apple has finally solved the physics problem that's held phone cameras back for a decade. By allowing you to physically switch between f1.4 and f4.0, this isn't just computational bokeh anymore. It's real, optical depth of field. If you're a creator, this means you can finally stop carrying a Sony Alpha for B-roll. The variable aperture system, combined with the computational photography improvements from the A20 Pro chip, could make the iPhone 18 Pro Max a legitimate alternative to dedicated cameras for many users. This is the death of the smartphone look. And it's the main reason I'm telling you to skip the 17 and wait for this hardware. And the camera upgrades don't stop at the rear. The selfie camera is expected to jump to 24 megapixels, a significant increase from the iPhone 17 Pro's 18 megapixel front shooter. That's a 33% resolution bump. For creators shooting talking head content directly on an iPhone, this closes the gap even further between your phone and a dedicated setup. Front and back. This is a creator's phone. Okay, stop what you're doing, because this changes everything about September 2026. Apple's first ever foldable iPhone launches alongside the iPhone 18 Pro, featuring a 7.8-inch crease-free inner display, a 5.5-inch cover screen, and the same A20 Pro chip as the 18 Pro. Think about what that stage looks like. Apple's most capable Pro iPhone ever, and the first foldable iPhone in history, on the same day, at the same event. Multiple reports describe this launch as Apple's most significant product evolution since the iPhone X. This isn't just a phone launch. This is Apple telling the entire industry, we're back in command. September 2026 is going to break the internet, and we're going to cover every second of it right here on Tech Weekly. This is the one iPhone fans have been asking for since 2017. Apple is working on moving Face ID sensors beneath the screen on the iPhone 18 Pro, potentially ending the pill-shaped dynamic island that's defined every Pro model since the iPhone 14. Mark Gurman and display analyst Ross Young both confirm the dynamic island survives rather than disappears entirely. But with the flood illuminator moving under the display, the cutout shrinks by around 35%. More screen, less interruption. This is what a full-screen iPhone finally starts to look like. Even in its reduced form, the dynamic island getting 35% smaller is a real quality-of-life win. Ice Universe reports the dynamic island on the iPhone 18 Pro will be significantly smaller than the current version found on existing iPhones. At that reduction, It stops being something you notice every time you unlock your phone, and starts being something you forget is even there. That's the goal. Now, look at this render on screen right now. This is dark cherry, Apple's rumored new signature color, sitting somewhere between deep burgundy and rich crimson, and it is generating more buzz than any iPhone color in years. Is this Apple's best color ever? Or are they playing it too safe? Drop your answer in the comments right now, because this color alone is going to sell a lot of phones. Alongside dark cherry, expect light blue, dark gray, and silver, with traditional black potentially dropped from the lineup entirely. Personally, dark cherry and titanium with that variable aperture camera? That's a phone people are going to stop and ask about. Battery life has been Apple's most consistent criticism for years. The iPhone 18 Pro Max is about to end that conversation permanently. Battery capacity is expected to reach 5,100 to 5,200 mAh, the largest ever in an iPhone, with potential usage up to 40 hours. The phone is expected to be slightly thicker to accommodate this. Good. Nobody wants a thin phone with a dead battery. Apple is finally making the right trade-off. The iPhone 18 is also getting Apple's next in-house modem, the C2. The C2 supports millimeter wave 5G and closes the performance gap on Qualcomm significantly. But the feature nobody's talking about. The C2 includes a privacy setting that prevents mobile networks from pinpointing your exact location. Instead of your address, carriers see only your general neighborhood. A massive privacy upgrade hiding inside a modem. Classic Apple. 12 gigabytes of RAM is expected across the Pro lineup, and this is as much an AI story as a performance one. More RAM means Apple can run larger AI models directly on your device without sending your data to any server. With iOS 27 launching alongside it, the iPhone 18 Pro will be Apple's most capable on-device AI machine ever built. Stronger Apple Intelligence features are expected with iOS 27, and the iPhone 18 Pro is purpose-built to run them at full power. Smarter Siri, real-time processing, more capable writing and image tools running entirely on-device. Apple Intelligence on the 18 Pro isn't going to feel like a beta product anymore. It's going to feel like the feature Apple always promised it would be. Here's the honest take. Don't expect a visual revolution on the outside. Apple is refining rather than overhauling the design language from recent Pro models, keeping the titanium frame and triple camera plateau. The upgrades are happening under the glass and on the front panel. If you're coming from an iPhone 15 Pro or earlier, this will feel like a completely different phone. If you're on a 17 Pro, the design delta is minimal, but everything inside is not. Not every change is an upgrade. Apple is expected to remove touch sensitivity and haptic feedback from the camera control button, keeping only pressure sensitivity on the iPhone 18 series. That's a cost-cutting move dressed up as simplification. We see you, Apple. 12 gigabytes of RAM is expected across the Pro lineup, and this is as much an AI story as a performance one. More RAM means Apple can run larger AI models directly on your device without sending your data to any server. With iOS 27 arriving alongside it, the iPhone 18 Pro will be Apple's most capable on-device AI machine ever built. Stronger Apple Intelligence features are expected to arrive with iOS 27, and with 12 gigabytes of RAM and the 2nm A20 chip, the iPhone 18 Pro is built to run them properly. Smarter Siri, better real-time processing, more powerful writing and image tools. Apple Intelligence on the 18 Pro isn't going to feel like a beta anymore. Here's the wildcard that makes September 2026 unlike any Apple event in history. Apple's first foldable iPhone launches in September 2026 alongside the iPhone 18 Pro, featuring a 7.8-inch crease-free inner display and a 5.5-inch cover screen, powered by the same A20 Pro chip. The iPhone 18 Pro and the first-ever foldable iPhone on the same stage. Apple analyst Ming-Chi Kuo suggests Apple will absorb the increased cost of 2nm chip manufacturing rather than pass it on to buyers, keeping pricing broadly stable globally. After the $100 Pro price increase in 2025, Apple is holding the line in 2026. The most capable iPhone ever, at the same price as last year's. That's a strong value proposition. Let me be clear again for anyone on the fence. The standard iPhone 18 is a 2027 story. Apple has extended iPhone 17 production and is running engineering validation testing for both the iPhone 18 and 18e simultaneously, with both sharing interchangeable supply chain parts. If you need a new phone this fall, your choices are iPhone 17, iPhone 18 Pro, or the Fold. The base model doesn't exist yet in the real world. Here's the one leak where the two most credible voices in Apple rumor land are directly contradicting each other, and it's worth paying attention to. John Prosser claims Apple will use a side punch hole cutout for the front camera on the iPhone 18 Pro series. Ice Universe counters that Apple will keep the dynamic island, just 35% smaller. Both have strong track records. Both cannot be right. This is the most important unresolved question heading into September. And finally, the verdict. The one thing every leak this year is pointing toward. Multiple reports describe the iPhone 18 Pro launch as Apple's most significant product evolution since the iPhone X, the phone that redefined what a smartphone could look like. Variable aperture cameras that kill the need for a dedicated camera. Under-display Face ID is finally arriving. The first foldable iPhone in history. A 2-nanometer chip. The biggest battery Apple has ever built. No price increase. If you've been waiting for the right upgrade cycle, this is it. The iPhone 18 Pro isn't iterative. It's a reset. That's 18 leaks. Every confirmed rumor and supply chain detail we have on the iPhone 18 as of today. And we're still months out from September. This story is going to keep moving fast. Subscribe to Tech Weekly right now so you don't miss a single update. Every leak, every confirmation, every spec. We cover it the moment it drops. Also, check out the website technewsweekly.com. We have full article breakdowns of more things we don't talk about on here. And follow us on X where we post daily. Drop a comment. Are you going Pro? Waiting for the Fold? Or holding out for the standard model in 2027? I read every single one. See you in the next video.